Okay, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're here for Oregairu 2 season finale. I was gonna say season 13, but that's not correct. This is the season finale of Oregairu 2, which just this season has been an utter work of art. That's really all I can say. In the form of character development, whatever you want to call it, this series has been phenomenal. Like, this season has just been beautiful. Genuinely, I have so many episodes that I could call my favorites from this season. You've got episode 2, I believe, I feel like the two magnum opuses of this season were episode 2 and episode 8. I feel like those are probably my two favorites of the season. I could go down the list of others that I really like from this season as well. But anyway, last episode, we had the chocolate Valentine's Day thing, where Haruno stepped in and ruined everybody's fun by pointing out the underlying problem that that our group is once again attempting to push below the surface and ignore and try and keep up appearances on the surface as if they're happy. It's essentially like they didn't learn their lesson at all from the whole last fiasco drama that we had, and its history is repeating itself very quickly. I want to address one comment that I read from one of my Patreon members. Nailu commented that he actually very much dislikes Haruno, and while I can see that, I think she influences them the wrong way. Essentially, I'll put the comment on screen, but I'll sum it up as well. Essentially, Haruno is kind of like a foil's the wrong word, but a direct contrast to Hiratsuka-sensei. Hiratsuka is consistently giving them good advice and helping them whenever they are unable to solve a situation on their own and pushing them forward a little bit, while Haruno just seems to interrupt situations with a bit of toxicity, like vague toxic comments almost. So I could see how you would dislike Haruno. I for one am more intrigued by her than anything. I feel like she doesn't just act like this for no reason. While I don't agree with her methods, I think her methods of spurring them on to realize the problem at hand is underhanded and, as I said, toxic at best. I don't hate her for it, because I feel there's a reason she's doing it that we really need to look deeper into, which I'm pretty sure it involves something with her relationship with Yukino that I can't quite place my finger on perfectly yet, but I'm not quite ready to say I hate her. Do I disagree with her methods? Yes, but there's really only like one or two characters in this series that I strongly dislike, and it's Orimoto and Sagami. Those are about the only two characters who I very strongly dislike. Haruno is interesting. Like I said, I'm more intrigued by her character than anything. I'm going to need to see more of her going forward before I really kind of teeter that line and make a decision. But yeah, I do agree that in this last episode specifically, she kind of brought the mood down and made everybody depressed after kind of bringing that point to their attention. And while I think it's important that they acknowledge that this problem is going on, the way that she brought it up was less than desirable, to say the least. So I'm very intrigued where we go from here in this season finale as we make our way into season 3 as well. But without further ado, let's hop straight into Oregairu 2, episode 13 / season finale. Yeah, we had the meeting with her mom as well. Yeah, but I'm already pausing. Yukino's mom just felt extremely manipulative, is like putting it at best. The way she spoke to her and the things, like just the way she spoke to her and her mannerisms just felt so manipulative. That's like the only way I can put it into words, the feeling that I felt watching Yukino's mom in that scene. Maybe there's more to it, because like I said in the last episode as well, we've barely seen any of her. We've seen her mom in 2 scenes. So this is me going off of very base level information and what my eyes have seen so far. So am I possibly wrong? Yes. Ooh, I can imagine. Exam stuff is always... Funny how she has a good-for-nothing brother like me. Yeah, he's more worried about her reputation being ruined because of him. He has no doubt in his mind that she's gonna pass the test. He's just more worried about how he can ruin her reputation, which is, in a very twisted way, kind of sweet. You happen to bake them, huh? Yeah. Jesus Christ. God, things are so awkward. Yeah. Damn, she's so embarrassed. Oh my god. We've never seen Yukino like this. We've never seen her get embarrassed like this. We've seen her get flustered, but she is, like, wholly embarrassed right now. This is... It almost seems like Yui is, like, weirdly spurring Yukino on to realize her feelings further. It's interesting because Yui, we know this a billion times over now, really likes Hikigaya, but it seems like she's almost trying to help Yukino realize her feelings as well, which is interesting. Overall, the dynamic currently is interesting because Hikigaya is trying his utmost, to the best of his ability, to look away and ignore what's going on here. And it seems like Yui is trying to push Yukino further, while at the same time make her own moves. Just the dynamic of everything is so thrown off, and until they address what's going on, I feel like it's only gonna get worse. She did make some for him. God damn, man. Oh my god. I'm like, I don't know how to think about this. This has all happened so quickly. Yukino has, ever since episode 11, it's like their relationship has just been like a downward spiral is the wrong word. It's been like an avalanche. It's just like, you can't stop it. The train is just coming through no matter what you want to happen. Like, ever since episode 11, they had that moment where they were face to face. It has just been non-stop moving for their relationship. Like, it is clear as day that she likes him now. I was very like, in episode 11, I was like, maybe she's starting, I mean, it was clear she was starting to like him, but now, in this one, it's clear as day she does like him. I don't think she knows what to do with these feelings either. She's like very timid about it and stuff like that. Alright, last time we're gonna see this beautiful OP. Like, this OP is phenomenal. It's utterly phenomenal. I gotta say, what a fucking journey this season has been. I talked about it a little in the beginning, but this season has been just utterly beautiful. Seriously. Like, it has been a trip to get to where we are now. Like, I really liked Season 1, but it can't even begin to compare to this season. Like, this season is just 10,000 steps above it. Oh. Oh my god. Oh. What is happening? Yukino is all of a sudden making so many moves all at once. Like, seriously, it feels like all at once she's just started making a ton of moves over and over and over again. It's like she got so overwhelmed by these feelings, it's like she didn't even know what to do. Like, seriously, it feels like she's making move after move after move, and Yui hasn't really done much in a little while here. It's been all Yukino Hikigaya for the past couple episodes. That is so forward of her, seriously. Oh, Yui took off. Damn, oh my god. Yukino looks kind of terrified, honestly. This is so weird because it's like, it's so weird because it's like Yui really likes Hikigaya, but she's almost realized that he hasn't reciprocated those feelings once. He hasn't once reciprocated the feelings for her, and then she saw that scene where it was them two in... Oh, saying he hasn't reciprocated the feelings once is wrong. He did accept to, like, take her on a date someday. But, like, she saw that scene of them two in the infirmary just, like, eye to eye staring at each other. So, I don't know. She's, like, weirdly backing out and, like, it's throwing me for a loop here. Because now she's, like, leaving to give Yukino a chance to give this gift to Hikigaya. I mean, I guess that's in her character. Yui is a very selfless person and cares about her friends a lot. Like, she deeply cares about her friendships more than probably anybody. And we saw that demonstrated very clearly in, like, episode 8. So, but man, like, Yukino just looks terrified here to be left alone. Like, she does not want to be alone, which is so weird because Yukino also knows that Yui likes Hikigaya. She has also realized this fact as well. So it's just, the dynamic has changed so drastically in literally just like an episode. Yeah, what do we do about this? What do we do about this? It's like oh my god, why are you here again, Haruno? It's like, Yukino really wanted to give him the gift, but she doesn't have the courage to do it on her own. She's too flustered and shy to do it on her own, which is a side to her we don't see very often. But it's coming out especially more here recently, now that her feelings have been more brought to the table, and she like couldn't do it without Yui, but Yui didn't want to see that happen. That's why she tried backing off. It's one, I feel like one, she doesn't want to get in the way of Yukino like giving a gift because she is her best friend, but at the same time she didn't want to see that happen. Yui doesn't want to see Yukino give Hikigaya a gift and something possibly come of that. She doesn't want to be there to witness that. She doesn't want to be there to see her crush possibly reciprocate for another girl. So it's just, Yui is like trapped. Like seriously, it's either she makes a move and undermines Yukino currently making moves, or she helps Yukino and goes against her own feelings, or she just backs out entirely and lets it happen. So it's just tough situation, seriously. Told me to stay with you for a while. Oh god. Whoa. What the These sudden attacks. Whoa. Damn, Hikigaya trying to get them to leave. I'm sure you two are. She's almost saying that, like, their mother has realized that Yukino has a crush on Hikigaya, which was weird. The way she phrased that, I'm gonna get it again, but the way she phrased it was weird. I think you know why. It's either because she has started liking a guy, or because of the thing like her mom was upset with her staying out too late. Which that would be weird for Haruno to be like, oh, I think you know why. If it's just because she was staying out late, like that's a weird... I don't think she would do that if that was the case. So I really have to think like their mother has some insight into her liking Hikigaya, and then these comments are just brutal. The do you even have a self, and then talking about how she's always followed in her footsteps, which is true, but at the same time, I feel like she's become more of her own person recently. I really do feel like that. I feel like someone made a comment about her kind of stopping following in her sister's footsteps. I feel like there was a comment made about that in one of the previous episodes. I can't remember who exactly said it or what the scenario was it was being said in, but I feel like she's detached from her sister a good bit, and now trying to give Hikigaya these chocolates is detaching from her even more. So, I don't know. I don't know if I agree with this. I also feel like her sister Haruno is in a way salty, because it seems like Haruno has always been the headpiece of their family. Haruno's always been dragged around by their parents to do this, or this event, or that event, because she is the oldest daughter and is going to be the heir to, like, their I believe they own some big company or something, be the heir to their company, and Yukino's just been left to her own devices. I feel like, in a way, Haruno is a little bit jealous of that. She's jealous that Yukino is being left to her own devices and isn't taking advantage of it. She is just following in her sister's footsteps when her sister probably didn't even have that freedom in the first place. Their parents more than likely were dictating every decision Haruno made throughout her high school life, and yet Yukino has been gifted this freedom she never had, and she's not taking advantage of it. And so I feel like Haruno is getting fed up with that and is a little jealous, such upset that she's not taking advantage of that. Could I be wrong about that? Because yes, because I don't know if their parents actually forced Haruno to make all these decisions and have been dictating her life. I don't actually know that. But given from what she's said about her life and their family, it really does seem like that's the case. So maybe there's a bit of jealousy in there, and that's why she's kind of spitting this at her. I also just want to talk about how, like, I already talked about how the dynamic is so weird, but, like, it's just so strange how all three of them know exactly what's going on in the group, and they just work around it. It's very odd. Yukino and Yui both like Hikigaya. They both know each other likes Hikigaya, and Hikigaya knows they both like him. And yet, none of them have any major reactions to that information. They're all very cagey about it. It's very weird. Like I said, the dynamic has been so shifted with these recent developments. Yeah, what... Oh, that's random. Yukino spending the night at Yui. Oh. Hikigaya just in the room with him. Oh, it's Yui's mother. Oh, has she? I want to talk to Hiki too. I'm sure Yui said. It's also very interesting how Yui has I bet you she hasn't told her parents in the context of I like him. She's probably just babbled on and on about him and Yukino to her parents, and her parents have kind of picked up that she likes him. Yep. Oh, does she? Interesting reveal there that Yui has spent several nights at Yukino's place. God, it's such an interesting dynamic because our two main girl leads here, Yukino and Yui, are like the best of best friends. They are like actually best friends, and yet they both like the same guy, and so they're so timid and tiptoeing around the situation because they don't know how to handle the fact that they're super close, but they both like the same guy. Oh. She just... Oh my god, she just verbatim spit Hikigaya's words. Verbatim spit his words into the phone. And Haruno immediately realized Hikigaya must be there with you, right? She immediately realized that is something Hikigaya would say. Whoa. That, oh my god. Their reactions to that too were like, wait, did she just seriously say exactly word for word what you said? Oh boy, what exactly is she gonna say to him? Nothing else in that conversation? All she said was, "You're so nice." Wait, I need to see the rest of that conversation there. But also, this frame of Yukino is very interesting. Look at the parallel here. You can see here. If we look directly at Yukino's face here, she looks like stone faced, like she's got no emotions going on. But then you look in the reflection, look at how worried she looks. That's very interesting how they did that. It's like her outward appearance doesn't show that she's worried about anything, but on the inside, she's actually very worried. That I really like that kind of contrast there in that reflection they did. I love how Yui has a little dachshund clock. That's actually adorable. Ooh. Oh man, okay, Yui's making her move now. I was thinking it's been, like, very Hikigaya and Yukino focused for the past couple episodes, but it seems like Yui may finally be getting her moment here. She's taken this chance, because Hikigaya had asked her if she was free. She said she needed time to think about it. She's thought about it, and now she knows what she wants to do. Ooh. Aww. Sine, cosine, tangent. Man, Hikigaya looked like such a proud brother there. I love his relationship with Komachi. It's actually adorable. Wow! Why is Yukino here? I'm sorry, what? If I'm being the third wheel, I can leave. All three of us are going on a date, apparently. Not what I was expecting. I thought Yui was gonna take her chance and go on that date she was talking about, but she brought Yukino along too. Interesting. I don't know much to say. I'm just intrigued to see how this will play out. Yeah, that is a little easier said than done. Does Hikigaya like sharks? Wait, okay, so Hikigaya seems to be a big shark person. That's interesting. This is the first time we've seen him look actually really excited about something. This is a very interesting... I really can't figure out what Yui's end goal is here. Like, I really can't tell. Komachi's gonna be so jealous. What's up with Yui? What is... I don't know. It's so hard to pinpoint what she feels. I know she likes Hikigaya, but it almost feels like the way she was looking at them there, it's almost like she's trying to set up Yukino and Hikigaya, but I don't know why. I mean, I get it's in her personality, but like... I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to feel right now. I really don't. This fish does resemble a certain someone. Fishy Gaia. Oh. They certainly are endearing. I just... Man. That was like the fastest response I've ever heard. That was so good. Oh man. I'm trying to enjoy this to the best of my ability, but I really don't know how I feel. I really don't know how I feel. Because it really feels like Yui is just tossing her chance out the window. I know she said they're going on a date, but she brought Yukino here, and that smile she had when Hikigai and Yukino were getting along, I don't know. I've said it since the beginning. I'm gonna be heartbroken no matter who loses, and like I said, I'm continuing to believe that Yukino is going to be the one to win. Like, it's just... I can't get over that thought. Ever since episode 11, she has been my candidate to win, and it's gonna kill me when either one of them loses. Yeah, that's been a thing, ongoing thing with her. Oh, she's adorable. She's actually so adorable. And things just got real tense again. I love everything he sees is just like, I gotta take a picture of the Shokomachi. Boom, and he takes a picture of it. I don't know why that's so adorable to me. I genuinely love how... I love Komachi and Hikigai's relationship because they fuck with each other so much, but at the same time, they're such close-knit. They're so close-knit when it comes to siblings. They are birds. Okay, what's with them playing this song? Humble adult penguins. It didn't... Hey, I don't know what that says. Hey! I can't understand what they're thinking here if it doesn't tell me what that's translated to. Interesting how this song is just being sung by Yui. Okay. Oh, is it supposed to be like these penguins maybe like pick a partner for life or something, much like how people do? They pick partners and then that's how it goes. The sinking feeling in my chest that Yui is going to lose is beginning to eat away at me, seriously. It's beginning to gnaw away at me so badly. Like, I just can't get rid of this bad feeling. Okay, here we go. Have you noticed the two of the penguins cuddling? Those two are actually mates. Once two Humboldt. That's not how you pronounce that. Probably Humboldt. Penguins mate, they tend to stay with the same partner until one of them dies. They show off their affection by grooming the partner's body and calling out to them. We hope you enjoy observing the couple's behavior. It's so weird because both Yukino and Yui keep giving each other chances to be alone with Hikigaya. It's so strange. It's, like I said, the dynamic has been changed so drastically until one of them dies.
フェアリーペンギンの写真撮ってる。自由なのもいるのね。あの魚はでかいしな。自分の居場所も見つけられない。何かについていってぶつかるの。どの魚のことだ。
Certainly sounds. Okay, I thought there might have been like tears in her eyes or something, but it's just like the light specks on her cheeks, I think. I can't tell. It doesn't look like tears or anything. It really feels like she's just giving it up entirely. Like, that's really what it feels like right now. Yukino gave her a chance to like talk with Hikigaya alone and nothing came of it. It really feels like she's just giving up. And this soundtrack is gonna be the death of me, seriously. It's not aiding the sinking feeling in my chest. Oh god. Back here again already.
近い。3人で見れてよかった。ゴール。もう一周しちゃおうか。
I don't know how to describe it, but I feel terrible right now. I just feel terrible. Like there's no other way for me to describe the feeling that I'm feeling than just I feel terrible.
少し疲れたし。楽しいと思うけど、まだ時間あるし。
Little Ferris wheel to go on.
不安定さを偽りながらゆっくりと前へ進むことはなく、ただ同じところをいつまでも
Simply goes around in circles.
それでも
もうすぐ終わりだね。これからどうしよっか。
帰るだろ。
そうじゃなくて、ユキノンのこと、私のこと、私たちのこと。
And us.
どういう意味？
Oh god. I think it's time we address the problem.
これ、
Oh.
あの時の俺。私の相談覚えてる？
All the way back from the beginning.
手作りクッキー。ちょっと失敗しちゃったけどね。由比ヶ浜さん、あなたすごいわ。私が自分でやってみるって言って、自分なりのやり方でやってみるって言って、これなの。ただのお礼。
礼ならもうもらってる。
ただのお礼だよ。私は全部欲しい。これからも。私ずるいんだ。ちゃんと決めてる。もしお互いの思ってること分かっちゃったら。
I don't think we'll be able to stay the same.
私たちの最後の依頼は私たちのことだよね。えユキノン、剣ってまだ続いてるよね。勝った人の言うことを何でも聞く。
She's like
ユキノンの今
shaking.
抱えて、私答え分かってるの。私たちの答えだと思う。それで私が勝ったら全部もらう。
When I win, I'll take it
何
all.
一つ
Nope.
口に出してしまえばそれを避けてきたのだ。
ずるいかもしんないけど、ずっとこのままでいたいなって思うの。
由比ヶ浜は多分間違いない。彼女だけはずっとそれを受け入れてしまえばきっと楽だろ
ユキノン、それでいい？私は
う。これは違う。
Oh, this is wrong.
私は
自分の未来を誰かに委ねるなんて、そんなことあっていいはずがない。
私は
Oh my god.
それでも構わない。
いや、その提案には乗れない。雪の下の問題は、由比ヶ浜由比は優しい女の子だ。そう勝手に決めつけていた。雪の下雪乃は強い女の子だ。理想を押し付けていた。そんなのただの欺瞞だろう。慣れ合いの関係とか。
Whoa.
そういうバカなやつだと思う。そんなのないって知っているのに突き詰めてしまったら、何も手に入らないと分かっているのに、ちゃんと考えてあがいて。俺は
Oh my god.
ヒッキーなら
Yukino just had literally nothing to say.
私の気持ちを勝手に決めないで。最後じゃないわ。ヒキガヤ君、あなたの依頼が残ってる。
To find something genuine. That request hasn't disappeared.
間違っていてもいい。問い続けるから。
あともう一つ、私の依頼聞いてもらえるかしら。聞かせて。
No, you better not end it. You better not end it. These fucks. These fucks. That's where you're gonna end it, huh? That's where you're gonna end it. I'll listen to the ending one more time, and I'm just gonna say it now. I'm probably gonna go through most of that episode again, because I didn't pause once for like the last 10 minutes of the episode, because I was just so entranced in what was happening. So I really want to go through and actually analyze what I was watching. I think I went dead silent for like a solid like 10 minutes there. Before I go back over everything, I want to give my general thoughts that I got from that first watch with that where I didn't pause anything. Generally speaking, my thoughts currently, as it were, is that Yui proposed that if she wins this contest, the loser has to do whatever the winner says without fail. That has been the contest since the beginning. Yui is going to essentially, in my mind, she realized that Hikigai, I talked about this earlier in the episode as well, she realized Hikigai does not reciprocate the same feeling. It's clear as day that she has realized that whether Hikigai will admit it or not, he has feelings for Yukino. Like, he just does. It's clear the two of them have feelings, and it has grown to that point. And so Yui has come to the one conclusion that she can, is that if he won't reciprocate my feelings, I'm gonna make it so it's the wish she's had since the beginning of the show. Since the beginning of their friend group, even in episode 8, she wanted things to stay the same. That's what she would do if she wins. She would bar Yukino or Hikigaya from becoming a couple, because she can see that is the direction things are going. She's to put it in blunt terms, she's being a cockblock. that's like very, very blunt, but it's essentially what she's doing. If she can't have Hikigaya, then Yukino can't have him either. Is basically what she's saying. And Yukino, completely torn between her best friend and the guy she has learned to love, she can't make the decision. And so Hikigaya says it for her, that Yukino needs to figure out her problems on her own. Man, that is, generally speaking, what I got from that scene off of a first watch. I'm going to go back and really dig into what they were saying a lot deeper, but that's Yui's point at this point. She saw that there was no point for her to butt in. She saw he would never reciprocate her feelings in the same way. And so that was her final ultimatum, was that if she wins, then she's going to take it all. Make it so their relationship cannot change. Make it so they have to remain in a friendship. Which, yeah, that's definitely not the normal nice girl Yui that we have learned and gotten to know up until this point. Like I said, I'm going to go back through, so let's do that now. But I just wanted to get out my general first watch thoughts, and that's kind of my first impressions. I gotta remember even where I, stopped talking. It's like here on. And I think that's when she was telling Yukino, when they were in her room, going to sleep, she was telling her, I've decided, and she said we're going on a date, so I thought maybe she's gonna make her move and try and get closer with Hikigaya, but what she meant by I've decided is I've decided that if I can't have him, you can't either, which is a very, very selfish thing to do, but in her mind, it is the only way to keep their friend group the way it is, the only way to keep them friends. And she made that proposal, and Hikigaya denied it when Yukino couldn't. Yukino was this close to saying, I wouldn't mind that, because she doesn't want to break off her friendship with Yui. But Hikigaya denied it. What's so interesting about this series is that I feel like the normal viewer might get so lost because they generally tend to talk extremely vaguely. Very vaguely. Yep, the beginning of the ultimatum here about Yukino and me. That's the face of somebody who knows she's not gonna win. She knows that she has lost the race against Yukino, and that on several different occasions Hikigaya has not reciprocated her feelings, and it's pretty clear at this point that he never was going to. So this was her last stand, I guess, to keep their friend group the way it is, because in her mind, if Yukino and Hikigaya were to become a thing, she would be kicked to the curb, which is the last of the last things she wants. She has grown so close to these two. So unbelievably close, and she wants to stay close with them, that this is the only option she can find to be able to stay close to them. I truthfully believe, however, that even if Hikigaya and Yukino start dating, even if that might be painful for Yui, they would never exclude her. They would never. I 1000% believe they would never, ever, ever exclude her. That's just all the growth and development we've gone through. There's no way they would do that to her. I don't believe that at all. But I can see how she believes that and is drawn to this drastic decision because there's nothing else for her to do. And she gave him the cookies as kind of a reciprocation cookie from all the way back at the beginning. All the way back at the very, very beginning of season 1. That little head shake there from Yukino makes me feel like she might have had something of her own in her bag there. That was interesting. Damn, it started storming. Tried to do it in my own way. This is the result. You already repaid me for that, because she gave him that little heart-shaped cookie. But this is not necessarily a repayment for the cookies, it's a repayment for everything he's done for her. Everything he's done for her since they met. And what she's saying there, I tried to do it my own way, and this is the result. She's talking about how she tried to make moves on Hikigaya. She tried to advance their relationship, and at the end of the day, this is the end result. Hikigaya and Yukino are more than likely going to become a thing. Like I said, I've been theorizing that since episode 11, and this episode further confirmed it even more. I've been theorizing for the longest time that Hikigaya keeps denying Yui's advances, and so the odds of her winning just were so slim in my mind. I've talked about that on several different occasions in the past episodes, so if you want to see more discussion on that, go check those out. But she's saying this is the end result. I tried my way, I tried my best, and this is the end result. These are just a token of my gratitude. I want it all. Essentially saying, I want to be able to control our current as a group. I want to be able to control our future as a group. If Hikigaya is not going to reciprocate my feelings, then I want us to stay the same. I don't want you two to start dating. I want us to stay the same now and in the future. I mean, man, that's crazy. It's a crazy thing to wish for, because it's true. That means she wants it all. That means she is trying to control these two people for an outcome that she wants, because the first outcome she wanted is not gonna happen, as shown by the method she's going for right now. Yep, essentially saying if Hikigaya or Yukino was to confess to the other, the group would drastically change for forever. If one of you, she's essentially saying, if one of you finds out, they already know their feelings for each other, but if one of you, like, admits your feelings for the other, our group will never be able to go back. She's, like, literally shaking. You can tell, like, I don't think it's the snow that's making her shake either. Like, I feel like, in a way, this is hurting her to do this. Yui is a nice girl. She just is. That's just the reality of the situation. She is a nice person. But not in the way Hikigaya had originally thought of her. Like, right now, she is making a very selfish choice to meet an end that she wants. It's very interesting. And Yukino is trying to balance between, do I confess to Hikigaya? Do I stay friends with Yui? She can't seem to decide for herself, essentially. Does she want to go for Hikigaya, or does she want to preserve the friendships that they all have and preserve her friendship with Yui? I personally think they could do both. I think they could do both, but she hasn't been able to make that choice yet. And I'm starting to think that face earlier, like all the way back in the beginning of the episode where I said Yukino was terrified to make a move, I think she was terrified to go forth and make a decision against Yui. I think she was more terrified. That's why there's like that scared face, because she was like, wait, Yui, are you serious? Like, I don't know. I might be misinterpreting that, but I'm starting to think that look has more something to do with the fact that she's not able to decide between her crush on Hikigaya and her best friend Yui. And so Yui's saying here, I have a way to fix your problem. I have a way to make the decision for you. Solution to our problem. The underlying problem that nobody can address. What feelings are flying, what romantic feelings are flying around all at once. Nope. Didn't specify a single damn thing. But they knew what she meant. They know exactly what she means. They know exactly what she means. She wants what she has wanted all along. She wants their friend group to stay the same. God damn, y'all hear that? Just started actually storming so loudly. Maybe it's better for the ambiance of the video. She alone has been looking at the right answers all along. Wouldn't make things easier for all of us. It's true. Accepting her proposal and stopping Hikigaya and Yukino from becoming a thing would make life easier for everybody, realistically. No feelings get in the way of their friendships, and they're able to stay a friend group as things continue on for however long their friend group stays together. And she, like, literally makes Yukino make a decision here. And Yukino's just totally unable to. Now this is wrong. Is absolutely after everything she's gone through, following in her sister's footsteps, all of that she has gone through, she's being forced to leave her future in someone else's hands again. And I agree, that's totally unacceptable. I totally understand why Yui is doing what she's doing. I totally get it. I don't hate her for it at all. It's a last-ditch effort for her. She has literally no other options. It is a last-ditch effort to keep the friend group together in her mind. And while I said I believe that their friend group wouldn't change no matter what happened, I believe she would still be included no matter what happens. The dynamic might change a bit, but I truthfully believe that Yui would never be exiled from their friend group whatsoever. But in her mind, that's what's going to happen here. And so this is kind of just a last-ditch effort at the end of it all. So I don't hate her at all. I disagree with what she's doing to Yukino here, but it's not going to change my perception of her. I totally get why she's doing what she's doing. And Hikigaya steps in, essentially saying, I can't let you stop me from getting with Yukino. That is essentially what he's saying right here. I can't let you... One, it's to stop Yui from controlling Yukino's future, but at the same time, he's kind of indirectly saying, I can't let you stop us from becoming a thing, even though that's probably still a ways off later Season 3 stuff. That's kind of what he's saying. But he's mainly doing this because he can't let Yui control Yukino's future again. Yukino has been finally breaking away from her sister, and it's being threatened here.
雪の下の問題は、由比ヶ浜由比は優しい女の子だ。そう勝手に決めつけていた。雪の下雪乃はそうやって理想を押し付けていた。
It's nothing but deceit. Hey, thank you, Hikigaya. I was literally saying earlier that all the characters in the show talk super vaguely. Like, they just do. They all talk very vaguely. And here he is, I don't want any vague answers or superficial relationships, because realistically, if they were to go with Yui's option, it would become superficial. Would it be easier for all of them? Maybe. But it would become, in that same vein, their relationship as a group would become superficial. It would no longer be, I don't know if you call their relationship now is not necessarily genuine, but it would become a superficial friendship. Yeah, I'm being stupid. I know how this will end. I think that's where he's wrong, though. You? I feel so bad for Yukino in this scenario. She is, like, completely torn now. Like, it is, damn. This sucks for everybody. It really, like, my heart hurts right now for all three of them. We still have your request. And the way she nods her head there. Our group will continue to think and struggle together till the end. Then they cut this off. They cut it off, damn it. God. What a beautiful episode. Another utterly beautiful episode for this series. This show is just so good. It's so good. I want us to think, writhe, struggle, whatever it may be. I just love the dynamic that Hikigaya has come up with in his mind. He doesn't want to make any rash decisions. He wants them to think and struggle and find the solution together because he cares so deeply about both of them. It's so good. It's so good. This season was so good. I talked about it during the OP, but this is 10 billion. I liked the comedy in season 1, but the drama in this season has seriously locked this in as one of my favorite series of all time. It has been nothing short of utterly phenomenal. It has really made me stop and try to analyze people and characters on a different level. Because in my mind, these feel like they're anime characters. At the bottom line, they're anime characters, but they feel real. Like, this story has somehow made these fictional characters feel so completely believable and so real. Like, it feels tangible, these characters, and how deep, and everything about their writing is amazing. Truthfully amazing. Like, I have grown to love these characters so much over the course of this season and the first season. It's just been such a joy. And now we're on to season 3, the final season of Oregairu. I'm not sure what to expect as our group continues to, as Hikigaya said, think, writhe, struggle. We'll do it all together until we find the right solution. That's what I want to. I think that is going to wrap it up for my reaction to Oregairu 2. Episode 13, or the finale for Season 2. Hope you guys did enjoy, and I hope you all have a good day.